All right. Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? I am actually just still full from Thanksgiving. It feels like I could easily go for another food coma right now if I so desired. What's up, Clef? Yeah, how are we all doing today? Ooh. It felt good. I felt like good timing yesterday. Stayed up late, watched Mandalorian. Stayed up late, got my mod slices. We did okay. We landed another 25. I do feel like my account is like, it's like a monkey's paw curse or something. It's like, I wish that my mods are always like gonna hit speed at a pretty regular basis. And it's like, okay, done, sure, we got that in the bag. And then they all just land +3 or +4. So, I think I'm at like a 50% speed slicing grade for 60 and onward. But yeah, I mean, 25 speed set, potency, cross. You could do worse. 25 speed. I don't think we're quite at the point in the game yet where you like, you know, raise your nose to 25 speed. Like, gross. No, that's 4 to 5 rolls and a 4 roll, right? Like I would say that's completely on average, right? You're ignoring the +1 from 6E. That's 5 5s. You're perfectly fine. You're perfectly happy with that. But just imagine though. Imagine the 28. It started at 22. Like, there was so much potential there, and then just always with the +3 or +4. Not even +4 usually these days. It's always been +3 here. Yeah, I'm not complaining about 25. 25 is still excellent for me. But yeah, we have a matchup. I don't actually know too much about today because there's the holidays. I wasn't really scouting. I let my strategy from last time repost, and I mean, shoot. Speaking of strategy from last time, let me get on. Yeah, strategy from last time worked out pretty well. Luke's still standing tall in the rear. I think everything else got one shot, but I was still ahead on efficiency. According to them, they said that like even if they one shot the Luke, I still would have taken it, and I believe them. I didn't feel like doing that banner math, so big ol' thank you to them for. Gonna have to check. But yeah, this team continues to be invincible. This team is ridiculous. Yeah, big 44 gas. Guaranteed to increase your cooldowns. Coming soon to a theater new year. Or near New Year? Theater New Year. I'm sure. It's been a day. Yeah, we have an interesting board for today. We are gonna get to do the actual dang thing again. The trend of making a counter video and then never fighting the thing again has kind of broken for once. I guess today actually could have been. I didn't remember, or I just didn't really have energy to redo the defense setup, so I could have pulled Mon Mothma. We actually could have done both. We could have done Kylo Mothma, although I still think Rey Mirror does seem like it's better banners anyway, so it probably would be better to stick with that, like Kylo frolic elsewhere. But yeah, I didn't like the team that we ran here last time. I didn't like it at all. It worked. We won. But just yeah, there was a lot of healing going on. I still have the same concern. I don't know if I want to hop on the Zera train. I fully believe it works. I get why it works. I just... Also, you know what? Holding Basila, running Basila Cam, that team did pretty okay. I didn't get full banners. They don't really have a way to get it back. But it did okay. Cam absolutely beat the crap out of a Relic 7 Kylo Ren Unmasked perfectly competently. Guess who has two +28 mods? I'm gonna guess it's you. I'm gonna guess I can't join you. I have 1 +28, 1 +27, like 2 +26, and then everything else is 25 and below. it's a like I have 13 or 14 +25 speed mods, so I'm like the last person to be complaining about this, but I'm just salty. I want to join people at the top. Flareboot has a +29 mod. I still don't even We'll never have one of those. Never lucky. So who is someone that we can cram in this slot that we're not really gonna feel bad about, but will at least kind of pretend to be somewhat useful? I mean, Stick, really not used anywhere else, but also really not adding anything here. It doesn't really have to be resistance. It only really needs to be light side, I guess. Honestly, I feel like we never use them. I'm down to just chuck Vandor in here and call it a day. That sounds comfy to me. It'll reduce the whirlwind speed as well. Also works for me as well. I'm gonna do TB after this. I still haven't really thought about TB streaming. Or DSTV, that is. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. Saving Hoda for something else. Hoda plus Holdo felt like a little bit too much healing last time. I mean, we did learn to drive it by the end, so we could actually just very easily go back and just do that. The whole key was I was spamming Holdo Basic a lot, and Holdo Basic heals people when the foresight ends. And then, you know, we had Hermit Yoda who had to heal as well. So just sometimes it felt like we were unable to cycle Whirlwind as often as I'd like, whereas like Ray goes to 75%, 85, 95, and it's like we need more like 50, 90, 50, 90 type action instead. DSTB is an interesting thing till day 4. I still don't think DSTB is interesting at all. I honestly, DSTB week is kind of my vacation week where I actually probably become a little bit of a bad guildmate and don't even touch the mode until like the last 10 hours of each phase. DSTB is almost everything I don't like about PvE design in this game. Like Darkside is all about, well, not all about, but largely about control, right? So the fact that everything just has like cheated up tenacity, for what it's worth, I don't know if I ever actually tried like full dedicated like 3 potency set, potency cross potency secondaries. I don't know if you can brute force do that eventually, but yeah. But then again, I kind of have some more dark side characters now, so who knows. I mean, I do have a Imp Troopers team that could probably get something done now, so maybe I would have more fun. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Alright, do we just run this again? I mean, what would we really miss out on here? Maybe we would miss out on the chance to do like Bastila, Cam, Hermit Yoda, which I think could be fun. I think this will be fun. This should feel fun. What's the cooldown on this? That's kind of long, actually. Okay, Hermit Yoda it is. If we're not going to have, like, full dedicated modding, I guess if we went Vandor Holdo, Holdo would always consistently foresight Ray. So we would have a consistent heal source there, but... oh well. We're in it. Alright, so yeah, same boat right now. I do not want any sort of healing on Ray, so we just pop Bunker Buster. See, like, so I don't... Why are we not at 50% right now? That's what I'm not sure about. I mean, we got the Whirlwind anyway, so it's fine, but, like, I feel like we got a passive heal somewhere. Alright, with this not being chewy in this last slot here, this actually is going to be a lot easier to handle now. Like, that was the main thing that was so annoying last time, is Bray actually just had a legit pretty good sustain engine with chewy assisting. But yeah, we should just kind of axe them out fairly quickly here. I'd actually think going for Ray would be fine here as well. But yeah, you can kind of see even now, like, the cooldown and stuff like Bunker Buster is just so long. We're kind of healing Ray unavoidably in a way that, like, we still, like, we have Whirlwind now. We're fine. But just, it would be great if we didn't deal with that. We might be a little bit too behind that we might not get our ult in next time, but I think it'll be fine. This should get the kill on the side. And yeah. Very, very different battle without Stick Ray being a reliable regen source for this team. I'm not going to try to close it out with basics just because knowing my Ray's modding, we're not going to have enough damage. This will probably actually just go to next ulti. I'm thinking about it. I don't even think we're going to get Whirlwind in time. Oh, we can also just give this to Hermeguta. That's also true. We had two non-healing moves. Are we faster? I don't know if we're faster. We have so much purple shielding anyway, it really doesn't matter. We are just faster. Okay. Should be... we could have topped off Ray first, I think. Okay, that could have been 54. Didn't think about that. But sure. I'll take that. So... I still don't feel like I have a great solution for, 3v3 Padme. I asked Blade, but Blade's answers were all characters that he had at Gear 13 that I have at Gear 12 or lower, so... Not sure. And we can't exactly, like... Yes, Kylo would just, like, walk in and hop up the floor, but I would like to at least hold him for rear, just in case. Speaking about the matchup, we are a little bit ahead, specifically because they are 2 core GL and then... This is actually Gear 10. I looked at it last night. I don't know if he locked in with this Sith Eternal Emperor. I feel like he didn't. I would be surprised if he did. So this might be... I'm going to operate under the assumption that this is 3 GL versus 2, but... Yeah, I don't know. Kind of surprised. He's making progress on that Palpatine super quickly. How to beat Rey in 3v3 with non-ult JML. Your only real possibility of taking that matchup, Daishi, is going to be, like, gas. Called Rey to assist so she had a small amount of health steal. Oh, we were probably actually supposed to avoid putting Master's Training on Holdo. I'm pretty sure I avoided that last time, actually. Lock was like 2 days ago, so it's probably Gear 10 or lower. At the rate he's moving, it might not even be locked in. Even if it is, right? Oh, I can't even see what his Gear 10 stats were now. He should die pretty easy. What do we do against you? We tried the Fin Bomb, and it didn't really work. What if we go for GK doing it? Is that better? I just Gear 12, I don't see this feeling particularly great. What if we went like Kira Nest Watt, but gave Nest weapon tech? Not to just, like, overdo it on the Nest train. Actually, we're still ahead. Not to be a one-trick pony here, but if we could land this, this would still be useful. JKRG, I can do it. Yeah, I did JKRG my last time. That feels like overkill. I don't know if I'm wrong. Also, it was a little... It wasn't awkward, but it took a little bit longer than I would have liked. It took like 3 minutes to get the kill on. Whatever, let's just do JKRG MY. I don't think there's too much that we're gonna regret fighting in the rear. Like, if it's no GL plus Grievous in rear, we'll just SLK solo that pretty comfortably. Yeah, fair enough. Let's stick with this from last time. You like Palp Vader Thrawn for Padme? We're gonna be using Vader up top. So. Alright, so pretty much the same thing as last time. We're just gonna be focused on getting the mark over here and then putting as much base damage as we can within reason. Somehow you managed to kick the one person who has tenacity. Good job. Is this assist actually that useful? We're gonna make up shielding that's gonna take longer to get rid of. I think we just basic. Actually, this offense up is super sick. Thank you for that. Ooh. I think assist call would have been the wrong choice there. I mean, I don't know. What weapon tech nest works comfortably here? I don't think it would feel bad. It's just a question of like if it's gonna actually add enough damage to matter. I mean, we'd be gaining better pressure. We would be gaining Jolie doing some unfortunate assists. I'd rather have this over on Yoda. I don't know. I asked Clash about that a while ago, and he said that that was something that he had tested and didn't feel great about. I still think I'm like curious about that. If the situation is right, like you need to be sure that your nest isn't going to be like in danger because you're just opening her up to damage way more often, right? But you kind of break the pattern of the Padme fight, which is like you get someone hurt pretty badly, and then they heal up back to full, and then you hurt them pretty badly a little bit better, and then they heal up, and so on. Like that would just give us such a nice amount of pressure here. If we basic, he's gonna... Oh wait, we have buff immunity. We don't care if he... Or we could just... Dodge is actually fairly useful here. We need to get banners back. Call you to assists. We might not be getting banners back. No, we totally do. Yeah. Same as last time. I don't know, like, is this even that expensive? It kind of isn't. I think we're very easily strolling on over here to... I don't know how this became the norm, but it doesn't feel bad. JKR works? Yeah, it does work. It's the same as 5v5, it's just slightly less optimal. I don't think we really have to worry about holding on for rear in any situation for this matchup. Oh, like, there's no reason not to just do that. Alright, banner boy. I want my 54. I want it nice and clean. Okay, I would be surprised if there's a GL behind here. Phasmily Kylo? Nope. Okay, not bad then. Like, I tried to, like, take off this pop filter, and I actually did notice, like, this thing, as bulky as it is, actually it is making, like, a huge difference. I don't know, maybe I just need to try, like, getting a different one. Alright. So, I posted this on the Discord last night. Someone from my old guild tagged me, saying, like, yo, when are you gonna make a follow-up? So, apparently on swh.gg, if you just go look at the statistics win rate for this counter, got a 12% win rate. I mean, it's only like a sample size of 100 matches, so pretty small. But still, that was just kind of like, what? So, I don't know. I could just... I did put out a post on YouTube, but, like, I don't even know how, like, visible YouTube posts are to people, or, like, how many people are actually going to see that. I could just try it, like, start doing choke first always, just for, like, testing purposes. I don't really see choke first having a downside. The downside is you get your Cole one turn later, right? So Bastila is, I don't know, gonna give one turn to do whatever. But for the most part, she's gonna be hitting L3, right? So I don't know that she really gets a chance to do much of anything. Yeah, let's try it. Just to make sure I did boost my Thrawn's speed up. Wait, are we faster? Ooh, this might be... Okay, I actually kind of wanted to test this. Interesting. Okay, let's theory craft this live, because I've, like... This is obvious, but it isn't obvious. So, okay, let's say... We have an easy team to line this up on. Okay, so Thrawn goes first. I, for the most part, just tell people don't do it if Thrawn is going first. The one way I can maybe see it being okay is... So what if Thrawn just uses his lead ability, and then you just let them do their thing? Where does that land? So, I don't know if that actually does work. Main concern here... here being, so let's say... Thrawn goes, we're at 50%. DR fears, Thrawn's at 70%, but doesn't cycle his turn, so that fear is just stuck. Now let's say Bastila goes, and the fear lands on Vader. That seems extremely rough. Right. Because the Bastila turn meter is going to push Thrawn to 100%. The DR fear will still be on him, which is very important. Like, that's why this works out so nicely before, is because Thrawn gets to 100% because of DR, loses his turn, and then Bastila just grants it back to him. And I don't think that's going to be the case here. If we tried something like an L3 swap, I think we're in the same boat. The only thing that could maybe... no, I don't think I see this. I don't think I'm comfortable with this. Like, Thrawn kind of positions his turn meter a little bit better, but it's still less than ideal. I kind of regret speeding him up. I know that there were, like, some other situations where I wish that he was faster, but this was such a nice thing to have that I think yeah. I regret this extra speed budget. We were thinking of Fracture BSF too, if there is an option. I don't agree. Like, Fracture Thrawn, Fracture BSF, both of them feel like pretty bad to me. Wait. Or does it feel that bad, actually? I mean, DR will get to go. DR will still produce his ferocity. And Vader should... Wait, that doesn't sound bad. Wait. Yeah, as long as... I think as long as Revan is faster than Vader, right? And he absolutely should be going before mine. Yeah, I still hate my Vader modding, so I would be fine choking first anyway, just to... There's just a little bit too many corners cut for him this 3v3 season. Yeah, let's test this. I think that checks out of my head. Alright, so... Thrawn will get feared while he's fractured, which will shorten fractures somewhat. I still don't think it's that bad, though. So he'll make ferocity. And we're in here. We'll do choke it anyway, just regardless, just to... But because we have BSS fractured, then not having Cole for a while actually doesn't even matter anyway. Yeah. Yeah, this is fine. And then... We don't really need a basic Malak. I guess we were always going to basic Malak anyway, then. Really need to be counterattacking right now, ma'am? Although with DR dead, I guess the fear doesn't actually dispel her, which is convenient. All right. We do need to patch our banners up. That's unpleasant. Nah, we're fine. We swap. We did stall for a long time on actually, like, starting to give her any protection. This is the one thing that's really unfortunate, though, about her getting feared and recoil increase there, though, is we're already kind of running out of her normal taunts. That is one downside to running L3 here, by the way. Like, if you could spare crew or whatever. Like, I know Ian runs crew. Crew actually gives us a really, really easy setup for 54. Really ridiculously easy looking. Also, we're kind of... I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be swapping to her as often, right? She, after her next turn, she won't be re-taunting. Whatever, do we just walk out of here? I think we might. Just take the 53. Probably get him down to 10%, or we could just kill him. But yeah, because of Crew's resistance to the drain, just made it look ridiculously easy to get that 54 lined up. Yeah, pressure BSF I think seems really clean. Yeah. This is a really awkward time to... Like, it feels like they're... Like, even with everything else, like with the YouTube post that I put out, it probably should have been an update video, but it's like, we have 1.5 matches of 3v3 GAC left for like 2 months. I don't think it's really a priority right now. Yo, could you stop yanking stuff off the table? Thank you. Cat's rebelling. Alright, so we're just on crazy overkill from here. I mean, honestly, we could have just taken... Well, I guess we just take this. Is there any reason why I would regret doing this over anything else here? We have... some pretty comfy overkill. Nah, yeah. It's Kylo against Grievous. There's not much to think about here. That's probably going to be... I don't... Do we waltz out of here with, Nah, there's no way. Yeah, we're not going to be on max banners for sure. Oh, we'll still take that. People still, like, people really seem to like this team a lot this season. I guess it's pretty much always going to be for the Acolyte cheese. Like, if you assume you're running Acolyte, then that's literally your only option. Okay, fair enough. I mean, still though, right? Like, Chuck Newton here. Well, you're just freeing up Acolyte then, though. Still, it's still gonna be that team then. Fair enough. All right, do we get to use Imp Troopers today? I think we do. I hope we do. Does Poggle give counterattacks normally? No, that's just EBA. I mean, triple protection, gear 12. But it's 3v3 Imp Troopers, so we don't have as much upfront. I kind of want to try it, or would it be easier up here? 45, 56, 101k versus 528. Man, I don't know. I want to use them. I really just want to use them. But just... Wait, can't we just... No, if we hook off of Poggle... The problem as well is... The only way that we get a full close loop is by probably activating B2 and also probably not hitting him on the AoE. Or one-shotting him on the AoE. I would think. Is this fine? I think this could be fine. We might not get full protection off of this. I'm not sure. It's hard to read. So, like, we get this over here. We could just hook off or anchor off of Poggle really easily, but I think we might be better suited by going for a B2 down first. Or am I just wrong? Maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe we just take this. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're rocking out with... Maybe we might get 52, I guess? Nah, not even. Oh well. Hey, at least I got to use them. Whatever. We just let Cam stroll on in the Makashi duel. How scary are you? I don't feel like you're that scary. He's gonna be getting in under the Basilisk shield. Is that scary at all? I know we're on protection stack. I mean, he has offense modding. I feel like Cam is just gonna roll him. I want to believe. Probably go Ahsoka here. Ahsoka better for Droideka Dispel. Is Droideka just gonna mop someone? I don't think so. We got days. My Kyber is confirmed, do it. It's not. It's very much not. Why not Trooper the Asajj team? I don't know, it just doesn't seem. If I had a Stark Zeta, maybe. Plus, like, Pyatt only dispels on light side, so we wouldn't really have a great way to access. I don't know. It just seemed a little bit iffy to me. It was 5v5, sure. Alright. I think. I think a Daze would feel lovely here. We're losing a little bit of damage by doing this, but... Do I kind of regret getting out of Ataru? We're losing out on some damage here. Yeah, the Droideka nuke means pretty much nothing to us. I think we want to be over here. Yeah. There's the lovely stun. We'll gladly take that. Alright, let me just waltz on in and... yeah. Not bad. That Droideka... I mean, you know, Gear 12 3 stack. He never really had that much of a hope, but... Alright, Resistance Bros are a tactical nuke that's kinda not really needed here. I guess here would be alright. God, when that jumped for a second, I thought I was about to select Resistance Trooper and go in. I would love to toss a Daze over here right now, but I'm pretty sure there's a genuine chance that we could actually just accidentally one-shot. So I'm pretty sure we're just supposed to. Alright, that's a very brisk 53. My Finn's a little bit too slow now. I feel like if we had Finn just a little bit tightened up, that actually would have been a better control situation for us. Not to say it's a bad habit here, but I am still just going to take JTR against Vets. Even though I don't think this is as clean as I'd like to pretend it is for 3v3. Are we just activating Chewie here? Why was this never an issue before? Oh, it's probably just patient. Also, how did Han just cycle himself with a Daze on him? What? Chewie I was expecting. Han, if he had taken a turn normally, then it would make sense for why you got a second one, but that was odd. Alright, Chewie isn't. Neither of them are dazed. I'm trying to slow roll damage here, but we're just doing too much. I don't think we get to slow roll. God, R2. Well. Nah. Flamethrower would almost. What are the odds that we could hit this basic on Chewie and not actually kill him? I feel like it's pretty low. I think we're kind of just priced into going for Han right now, because if we don't, then he's going to hit us with an AoE and cost us more banners. Okay, we just got costed anyway. Fair enough. I was hoping that he would just continue to focus on BB-8 or something. Weird. I don't remember ever getting stuck on Poe in this matchup normally. 52, not the prettiest. Not the worst, but that felt a lot different than I'm used to. We do have Grievous. God, why is the GP on this team so high compared to this? Is it just because of... I mean, one cut of reinforcement, but that's not that big of a GP gap. You forget to update your Finn's mods. I've been just giving him like random ramshackle, like 15 speed, health or defense set, like tanky bulk primary. Kind of just like what you put on Scion for anti-geos for the most part. Wrong Finn. Yeah, just not particularly great mods, but just like kind of trying to keep him like a little bit speed relevant. Actually, yeah, this is actually a perfect example. I took him off of those and put him down to about like 13, 12 averages, right? So that could have made a little bit of difference. Okay, we have... I'd like to finish strong on banners. We have plenty of options left. We have too many options left. What feels good here? We could just go like Grievous plus Organics. That would actually probably be pretty solid banners. Right, Grievous isn't going to tax anyone. Wait, can't Nest handle this? Is it a bad thing? You have tenacity down plus Asajj stun. That's kind of spooky. Wait, no, Ness can handle this team. Okay, yeah, we can do this. I think this should feel pretty comfortable. Alright, we kind of need the tank tech to start on Brute just because Asajj is going to rip the stealth off, or the taunt off, with no counterattack. Why did that zombie hit him so hard? It looked like somewhat significant hit from that zombie. The zombie just damage modded. Alright, we need Watt to get special off before we finish. Actually, probably an okay time to pop this. I'm gonna guess equalization pool back up higher. Not the best timing on that Dispel. I mean, Grievous next AoE should just take this. Okay. Not a bad 54. Yeah, I don't know. Like, is that the best team? No, but we're pretty much out of fights. And Grievous Organics, I think, is probably going to be best practice for good banners here. Does Nest even need Kira? How scary are you? You've seen better days. I think she got this. Right? I don't think she really needs that much help. Could be wrong. Vader is one of the highest GP ships in the game. Didn't know that. Interesting. You're crit immune. Okay. Yeah, pretty straightforward. Not a bad 55. Okay, what is... I should have checked the level and starting lineup sooner. That's pretty much the only concern here. Is this Spy? No. Okay, I think I'm pretty comfortable here. Yep. Yep. Plow first usually. We don't... Let's bring out third just in case. I really want to... Ships is just such a weakness for me right now. Yep, we'll speed up Hyena. Yeah. Give me taunt. So on the next turn, I'm pretty sure we want this buff immunity on Sunfac. I always get this screwed up. So then we're doing this AoE here, it'll Dispel Hyena, so that on Bio's next turn the goal... Was it? I mean, on this turn, we would have been stuck on Sunfac anyway. Anytime that I've tried to hold that special, try to like, oh, we'll get that over on Sunfac in a minute, the target locks always get mopped up, so I just figure I might as well take it now. Right, like the target locks all just got wiped. Alright, we dodge the Spy taunt. We'll get the Bows droids off. Would like to hold this for dealing with Spy. I don't know. We probably could have aimed a soak over here. Get a little bit more of a charge off. I mean, we could aim at one of the vulture droids just to get a better bomb here. I don't know if that's really productive. Actually, you know what? We probably should have, just to stop these vulture droids from going down. Or the buzz droids. I don't know why I can't get that straight. Alright, we should just be walking out of here now. I don't know if that hyena turn getting to pop off actually made a difference on our banners here, but I walked out alive. That's typically a win. So this, assuming I'm strongly gonna assume that we're gonna see Seth Bomber, right? He has a Relic 7 Marauder especially. The Symbol Ovens might actually be a little bit annoying here. At the very least, we'll need to get that days under wraps quickly. Or for all I know, we might just end this right off the bat. I'll toss in one extra just in case. I mean, we're pretty much always just going for Vader here, right? Ah, he took the Terminator. I don't get the fancy pants stuff anymore. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I really enjoyed being able to, like, assist call Vulture, Buzz Droid, Vulture, and then assist call on it with Hyena. I guess we're just... If this evades, this could be... Okay, we got it. We do lose this immediately, though, which isn't great. Terminator off on Vulture again, just stalling at his turn even longer. Like, how badly am I trying to play chicken with a TIE Fighter here? I guess it's possible we could get taunt on him and that might be weird. Nah, we just... Ooh, do we? I think the nuke might be more productive on the TIE Bomber. It's gonna be overkill on Vader's ship. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so no Sith Bomber after all. I mean, if we can pick up this stun... Okay. I wanted the Buzz Droids. I didn't just openly expect to murder him like that, but okay. I'll take it. I mean, there's no real banner repair choices to be done here. We'll just take the kill and... Yeah, 64. Not bad. Alright. I mean, better score than last time. Not really that bad of scores overall. I think the worst is probably the M Troopers. That was more just me forcing using them for the sake of... We had a lot left in tow still. Like, we had, like, Padme, clones... I might start putting them on defense. I don't know. They don't feel that necessary for offense now. I know that we had some other stuff sitting around on top of that. I'll take it. Not bad. What level am I on? This is just GAC. This isn't like a league table or anything. That's multiple pilots. Yeah, I just forgot that Vader was like such a GP heavy ship. Yeah. Woo! That is super thick, and I like this is a double Zeta Relic 6 boss, and we're already like 15k lower somehow. Why is it so heavy? It's not even like a crazy extra ability ship. I know that it's like the multi-pilot ships have different ratios, but I would have figured that this would have been like, you know, one of the more off-the-charts ones. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, actually, yeah, there is your answer. It's already done. I'll have a special mission to do. I mean, I could just do it right now, right? I guess. Yeah, alright. If I don't do this, then it's gonna be like a 24-hour wait before I remember to do it anyway, so we might as well. I do end up moving mods for this just because I have had some close calls against Shakti before. Mostly, I just try to make sure that we have this, like that, and like this. I do just need B2 to be on his best tanking behavior. It's awkward though because like he does still need the potency as well for controlling Shakti, so it's like he needs to be bulky enough to stay alive, but like if we're not actively getting buffed to spell, then we're just gonna get counterattacked harder. So is it even true? Should I just be on these? I did do some mod pickups of that style for JML. We are like fairly equipped to do it, but also speed on B2 actually isn't that bad here because he has the tank piece. Right, because he's pretty much never going to get activations unless it's an AoE. So he is actually kind of just dependent on his own stats to take a turn, as I recall. And neither of these are great. I mean, this has potency, I guess, and speed. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to feel. I don't feel amazing about this, but I just want to be helping make sure that B2 stays alive, so we're just gonna go this, that, this. I'm just picking health primary as fastest that I have. Nothing really to see. Let's go speed primary, percent health secondary. I don't really have anything that crazy down that track, but and the rest doesn't really need to be running that badly, to be honest. I guess B1 kind of matters, but usually I'm lazy. Usually I don't really bother. I guess just make sure no one has missing mods. Whatever, let's kick B1 up a little bit. Yeah, should be fine. So yeah, it's mostly just because my Jordy is gear 12, so I'm not really worried about his performance at all. You don't always have to do tank on immediately on B2, but I think I will here. Yeah, pretty much just always going to be heal tanking on B2, always going to be trying to spread. I used to try to, like, let them take contracts, but for the most part, B1 just kills the waves way too quickly, so you don't really get a chance. It's all pretty fine. We kill them for the AoE, that's good. Like, most of these waves are just pretty... Yeah, they don't put them at much resistance. It's mostly just going to be, I think, 3 with the Shakti fight. If we get it, which is even guaranteed. Also, you'll notice I'm not even really thinking about like wave exit or entry or anything. It's just, yeah, this is how I see DSTV still is like, doesn't really need. Yeah, okay, it's shock to you. I mean, you probably the least offensive to hit. We really need B2 to go here. Like, we really need B2 to go here. Have I mentioned? I honestly almost kind of wish I did B1 basic there. Yep, this is gonna be painful. Might even die. Yeah, the potency kicking in does actually matter. Alright, we need to do second special, which we do not have. Okay, relax. Chill. You're not that special. Usually I feel like we take, or she's more chunked up by now just from the percent HP damage. Alright, B1 chugging along nicely. Yeah. Did I finger that? No, I almost did. Open tech on Newt has made shockwaves fairly easy. Yeah, I could see it. I just like it for the better sustain control. Just stacks a B1 faster. I mean, both work, right? Both are going to get you a win. Alright, we mostly just need Watt to cycle off the Shatter Point when it comes. Not the best extortion targets here because they are just going to cleanse it off immediately. And if Ayla high rolls and misses this call, that actually could have been really bad. Does she not? Oh, she still has it. I guess the AI just hasn't been lucky. I'm assuming he'll skip his turn here. Yeah. Nice Shatter Point, sir. Get out of here and see you get your other rework. What are you doing? Yeah, bringing a cleansable debuff. I guess a team with some of the most spammable cleansing you could imagine. Disgusting. Yeah, there you go. That's TB. I'm not one of the people who's like actively out here trying to rush to like, gotta get it in. Right, like. Yeah. Day one just fills up so fast too. Ooh. Actually, don't even know if I still need these. We are actually like coming along surprisingly nicely in terms of all the side projects now that I'm actually mostly committing gear onto most of them. We've got POW and Scout done. We've got Pyatt done. Still, I mean, Mandalorian has most of his gear committed and has everything else available. Kara Shard's rolling in really, really nicely with the double drops. Karga almost nearly done as well. Like, I mean, we'll be rolling into the 5v5 and LSTB season. I think feeling pretty nice here. I mean, you know, bounty hunters aren't really going to matter for LSTB. I don't think Mandalorian really gets any use anywhere. You could maybe try something like, I was going to say like maybe like Mando Libre, but what the heck? Like, why? Yeah. Not bad, not bad. I mean, so long as we're able to get this done in time, it might just be down to try, like, Luke plus Mothma. I'm down, like, now that I hit the goal that I wanted, and, like, the only real goal you could have beyond 70 is, like, a perfect run. And perfect run isn't going to be happening until I would be willing to just give Ahsoka Relic 7, which I'm not. I mean, I don't know if she needs Relic 7 to beat the Nexu, but it certainly doesn't seem like it would hurt to have. I haven't heard of anyone beating it without Relic 7. So, yeah, I mean, not to hate on her character at all or anything. It's not nothing against her. It's just we got bigger fish to fry. We get like 3 active side project teams going on right now, and it's like that's not even to say like, you know, questioning if I'm gonna be giving them anything either. And we're just like bare minimum on IT right now, and I actually think for the most part like those Pyatt bonus offense actually are gonna carry them fairly far, but you know, a little bit of extra oomph maybe wouldn't hurt. Like, we are sitting on a full debt from Heroic Sith raid that I still haven't. I was kind of sad that I couldn't actually just convert this into Zinbiddles. But I guess having this just makes it so that I could just convert one of these stress-free, so still good, of course. Has anyone beaten the Nexu? Yes. I think it was someone from Wolfpack, or the person from Wolfpack I think just got really close, and then someone else reached out to Metaverse with their info. But yeah, it just seems like Ahsoka is just really core, because you're mostly, more than anything, I focused a lot on heal stability when I tried to tackle Nexu, and that was kind of the wrong choice. I mean, it does matter a little bit, like Ahsoka is still one of the most heal-efficient characters, right? You have an actual heal, and then you give people protection up, which also heals them with Padme Unique, so. But the heal stability isn't the point. The point is, you gotta kill him pretty quickly. So, yeah, you know. What are you gonna do? Until we get to that point, I just don't know if I'm gonna be that concerned about getting a 74. I don't know. I mean, yeah. I have so many of these bulked up and, like, ready to go. Because up until now, I thought I was going to be going for Palpatine. But just, I don't know. We do have a decent amount of, like, theoretical Zinbiddles, right? And debts aren't even really in that high demand, aside from, like, you know, I would like to do range, or I would like to do snow. But that's pretty much it. Like, I even checked the list, and it's like, I think we had, like, one to give to Mando or Cargo, one of the two. And I need to, like, double check IG gear, but I'm pretty sure IG had, like, furnaces or something. And just, I don't know. They're just kind of sitting around again. They used to be for a while, I remember. And then they got, like, crazy high demand around, like, Kylo time. And now they're just kind of back on the wait list. Yeah, I don't know. Not really, you know, I don't think POW Mothma is going to be that interesting for 33, so I didn't really bother holding them. They were just kind of a filler team. But yeah, I think next 5v5 GAC season should be a lot of fun to have there. Hopefully looking a little bit more complete around that time. Also, God, this is like somehow actually just the worst bottleneck right now. Cara Dune needs 4 of these on top of like Needed one for Pyatt. Needed one for Mandalorian. So I'm like out on just like 6+ of these right now. I honestly would almost even just consider, oh, we're definitely buying that one. Like, GET I largely consider to be, this is like stun gun and or gear 12 currency. I'm like almost at the point where I would just be down to just start buying these as well. Because this is actually like more than anything. I mean, gear 12 I need a ton of. Like really, really badly. But yeah, I actually really do just need a better brute force. I was actually looking at this node last night with double drops. I was looking at this double drop node, just like trying to talk myself into like, yeah, you know, this is very important. And like, I don't even know if the drop rate is even that good. Of course we hit 100%. I don't know, there's other fish to fry. I still think gear 12, like, those comlinks feel really bad in the moment, but overall we definitely, gear 12 is just such an eternal grind that we just need to stay on top of those. Yeah, that's more what I expected out of the fleet node. It's the one hit. No cargo shorts? Really? Interesting. Y-Wing is just like done. Do I even care to do this right now? Nah, not really. I'll get it by next GAC season, and then forget about it and not get it. And wish I had it. And it'll be fun. Alright, quick question. Off topic, what is a good DR arena team to beat a JK Lead JML team? JK Lead GML, is that what or no what? Is that even a favorable matchup? I think it depends on their modding. What are you working with? What are they working with? Is there a vid? I have not seen a vid. You say. I have not. G-Shock, you still around? Give me a second to see if he's typing. Yeah, what are your options? And like, are we talking like JKR JML with what or not what? Is it Hermit Yoda 5th? Need to know. I need details. I mean, what, right? Let's see. Need a visual. If it's what I'm gonna say, it's probably not happening. Like, this is typically what the JKR Jam and my shards look like. Like, some people occasionally use Hermit Yoda, but for the most part, Watt just helps the team stonewall so effectively. JKR, JML, Hyodo, Watt, JKL. Yeah, I'm not sure if I see that. I mean, I could be wrong here, but just, you're missing the 5-man insanity, which is like the main reason to draft. Like, yes, you still have like, you don't care about JML and JKL's first turn, but just, you lose a lot of control. Right, like, you're picking up Theron here plus here, so this is like Hermit Yoda instead, but hey, maybe it depends on JML modding too, right? If the protection isn't that high, you can maybe try to Zerg that out, but I don't know if I see that. It would have to be like you couldn't just go for like DR Basila Watt. I mean, I don't even know what they necessarily draft beyond that normally. That's the other thing too, is you would need like Basila's first turn here wouldn't even be that great anyway, because it's still gonna be tenacity, Depending on speeds, JKR should beat you out on speed, but still also could be tenacity here. Your BSF Han Wat Malik. Oh right, the Han track. I mean, I don't know if Malik really accomplishes a whole lot here. But yeah, I forgot about the whole Han rep. Yeah, Han stun. It's not really, to be honest, it's just something I haven't really had to do or haven't paid much attention to. But yeah, I mean, you Han stun Watt. I would make sure that you check Watt's speed. Because the main concern would be that you need, I would just say probably DR needs to outspeed Watt. That actually might be a fairly close race. Actually, no, doesn't Watt just beat him out of the water? Yeah, Watt's like 12 speed faster. I would make sure. So the main thing that they could do is like if Watt just naturally cycles a turn before you start to get control out on the board, then you're just gonna get Watt taunt tech anyway. So that's the one downside of Han in that team. But otherwise, I assume that most people wouldn't think to put that modding in, so you should be able to just, yeah, unstun Watt and play from there. Okay, like if I'm saying don't bring Malik, what am I thinking instead? I'll see first. Malik doesn't feel like the best fifth, but instead of saying it's bad, I need to give a better alternative instead. I don't know if it really needs to be. I mean, there's no gas in that team, so I don't know if Malik is actually that bad. I don't know if it feels great though. Like Vader could actually maybe get some value there. Vader or, I mean, GBA is a tank, but Luke can strip GBA fairly frequently. I mean, someone kind of fast this spell. I don't know, maybe Throne won't feel that bad either there. I'm not sold on Malik, but yeah, I mean, it depends on Luke's speed. I think, for me, for the most part, Vader should always be going pretty comfortably before Luke, or most people's Lukes, I would say, even with F-Lux. If it's like a faster speed Luke, then maybe Vader would feel awkward. Maybe that's why you're kind of shoehorned into trying to look for another Sith Empire or something. But otherwise, yeah, I would say Vader could probably, especially for Arena where you're not worried about the characters you're bringing, Vader seems like it feels alright there. Does the 5th need to be a tank? I'm not sure. I mean, you can't fear. Can't fear him, can't fear him. This is Hermageddon instead of Gas, so like. But also his first turn is non-threatening, and his first turn, or his second turn, isn't like crazy difficult, right? It's going to be, plus a tank he's going to ignore anyway. So you're mostly dealing with, from second turn on, once Luke gets his counterattacks up, that'll be a little bit annoying. I mean, you're not really going to be a threat immediately either. I don't know if, like, the tank... Like, we have Taunt Ignore, plus Mark. We have Taunt Ignore. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see the tank really accomplishing a whole lot here. There are counters I can think of. I haven't really been keeping up on arena meta hero crafting too much lately. At least in the non-GL territory. I mean, even in GL territory as well. Yeah, this lands about kind of where I'd expect. I mean, like, just in general, I think GBA is probably going to be a fine ad. Right, like, there's not a whole lot to hate here. This is more of like a Ray counter type look than JML, but I think you could kind of translate for the most part. Try Vader and give it a roll. Vader, especially if you could get like an early Hermione pick off, would probably feel good. I don't think Hermione's gonna be that hard for him to nab. But yeah, like, Vader would just be a little bit more early aggression, just get a little bit better control of the fights. GBA, if you just want to stall it out a little bit longer, slug it out a little bit longer. Plus, you know, GBA just tends to be a nice situation where you're able to remake tanks in a way where the tank itself doesn't have to stay alive to continue getting value, which is nice. And then, like, you know, you still have, like, if GBA happens to die, walk and bring him back. Like, it's just... I would probably vote for GBA or Vader in that slot. I don't really think I see Malik matter. Like, Malik is mostly just going to gatekeep, like, Revan, he might fear occasionally. Luke isn't going to care. Luke isn't going to care. Both Lukes. Hermione won't care. Watt won't care. Well, Watt can kind of care, but... And the whole point is to stop Watt from getting to a point where he would care, right? Watt's not going to be assisting and making damage over time until he gets the pop-off, and we're trying to stop that from ever happening, right? So... yeah, my personal vote is probably for Vader. I think Vader will feel better, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, I think it really just depends on how fast Luke is coming out of the gate. Like this, your Vader goes first, right? And this is where a lot of people have their Lukes. It's like this to maybe like 210-ish. Yeah, no problem. Alright, I think we have just about hit on everything for the day. I guess I'll check to see if they've started. I would assume no. Yeah, they have not. Alright, I'll just go ahead and put a watch on them. By the way, just to shout that out as well, Prime Force has his pretty sick new bot out. Been around for a while, I've talked about it on the server before, but has now hit the public prime time. It is called PrimeBot. You can find it on my server or plenty of other servers. It is excellent. It lets you go in here, you look at their profile, you see their ally code down here at the bottom. Basically, you know, if you've done like GAC compares before. And then you just grab that code and stick it into the bot, and it will... Oh, Jenner, thanks for stopping by. It will send you a DM whenever your opponent starts attacking. So, you know, I attack first. I tend to attack first, so if I'm a little bit worried, I feel good about my performance today. I could honestly probably, you know, I would feel okay not really checking in the rest of this GAC round and just whatever happens, happens. But let's say I'm stressed. Let's say, this guy might have it up on me. And I want to know as soon as I can know who's going to win. We will definitely go ahead and just stick that ally code into the bot. The bot will let me know when he starts. You can just pop some popcorn, grab yourself a nice refreshment, and watch them hopefully lose live. It is a wonderful way to go. Excellent bot. Also just a bot, like, you know, like, when Hotbot came out, it was like, you know, DSR had been out for a while, right? But, like, this is, like, one of the most novel bots, I would say, ever since, like, DSR first existed, right? The idea of, like, oh, we can just see everything in front of us. with a tool that just in-game tools don't really do. Which is weird too, because think about like Clash of Clans back in the day. Like Clash of Clans would actually tell you when you were being attacked. And I feel like this game, if they want GAC to be a little bit more engaging or feel a little bit more connected, I feel like they should maybe tell you. It'd be nice anyway, but we don't have to worry anymore because Prime Force is the net for us. The Garsax and the Discord bots, absolutely. Yeah, it's a very good bot. It's free. Probably the most important part is it's free. The only thing you have to spend is 30 seconds of your time to grab this code. Hey, you Grace Gamer, thank you for stopping by as well. Didn't mean to ignore you there. Alright, yeah, we'll see. I think I have a pretty solid lead here. I don't know that they feel particularly great about their matchup. We'll see. He has like a really weird roster, by the way. I didn't even call this out at first, but like, it's really weird to see like Gear 12 Jedi Knight Revan next to like Relic 7 Darth Sidious. It's just like, what is happening? Honestly though, this actually might just be what happens more and more. Like now that we're in the GL era, like how do you justify, like where do you even, like I try to think about this as like, if I just started the game now and still like tried to apply the same like pragmatism, feels like patting myself on the back more than it deserves, but just like, you know, try to be, you know, scrappy and like only gear what needs to be geared. I feel like I would have a really snobby attitude towards Old Republic. I feel like I would probably be arguing that like, oh, JKR doesn't even need, you know, the left side pieces. He's not even that good at Gear 13. You know, I give him the 3 right side pieces and then leave him there. Like, how do you ever convince yourself that like, oh yeah, like A, how do you convince yourselves that like, oh, getting Malik is more worth my time than Galactic Legends? Then B, you pick up the character and it's like, how do you ever talk yourself into this now? If you didn't talk yourself into it back then, because don't get me wrong here, I am very grateful, and if this season has been any, I guess this is a bad example because he actually did one-shot it, but I don't know what he used to one-shot it either, but like, this team has been feasting this season, and this is a setup that you cannot do. Oh, like, you cannot meaningfully do if your Malik isn't 7-star. But like, if you don't have this yet, is it worth it now? Like, I don't know. Right? And like, arguably, the mod investment that I have here should actually, like, no joke, should actually very strongly consider being on here. But yeah, it's weird. So like, at first I was like, oh man, he only has a Gear 12 Jedi Knight Revan, and then thought about it for a second. I was like, I don't even know if I can criticize that. I would actually probably be in the same boat now. Like, I mean, I guess he's close enough. If you're like just a finisher off, if you've already committed the rest, then like you might as well probably finish that. Actually, wait, this is kind of nostalgia. This is like, so Gear 12 plus 5 was the thing when JKR was meta. So I feel like that's actually what's happening here. Is he had JKR maxed out when he was meta? Like my entire JKR team, like my Jolie especially, was like down here. So that's kind of why I hit mine, was just like, you know, they're already like, they're done, right? It's like just toss on the finisher and away we go. I feel like if I'm just trying to read his account, I feel like that's exactly what happened here. He just, wait, whoa. Some wacky modding you got going on there, sir. Hey, all that aside. Just kind of give me some nostalgia. I forgot about the whole, like, this used to be, the Relic 7 was just like, Gear 12 plus 5. The warm blanket. That 12 plus 12 speed felt so oppressive back then. How quaint now. Dude, I'm telling you, like 6 months to a year from now, people are just gonna go look at your mods and be like, ugh, only, you know, 12 plus 25 speed secondaries? Like, man, this guy needs to work on his mods. 6 months too short for that. A year, I could actually see that. Alright, you got to give time for averages to kick in. You know, like expected rates to kick in. Because people are still in like the high roll, low roll phase. $16, $17, $18, $19. I'm at 19, 24 plus. So we're getting there. Alright, I don't know what I'm doing at this point. I already closed out the stream and it just kept going. Alright, yeah. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Pretty simple day today. Nothing too fancy. Not a whole lot of defensive friction, I guess you could say. We just had the Braymare and that was kind of it, but we got it done. I think from what Zara said, my score today was probably like 12 banners off a soft cap, so I'll take that. There's not a whole lot of bleed there. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. You have to, oh, actually, I do want to shout out that message. Temple, you are correct. You do need depth as well as just a GL, but it's just like, if you don't have either, the idea of looking at Revan or Malik right now as a project just seems insane. But yes, 100% agree with you. You can't just pin your entire roster on, of course. Okay, peace out, guys.